We often think of play as something reserved for kids, but as adults, we sometimes forget how powerful play can be for our well being. Many of us get so caught up in responsibilities that we forget to let loose, laugh, and truly enjoy ourselves. However, embracing play in adulthood is not just about fun, it's a game changer for our mental health, relationships, and even work productivity. If you feel stressed, overwhelmed, or disconnected, finding ways to play might be just what you need. In this video, we'll explore how playing as adults can transform various aspects of our lives. And trust me, it's never too late to start playing again. Adulthood often feels like a race against the clock. Between work deadlines, family responsibilities, and endless to-do lists, where's the time for fun? But here's the thing. Adults playing, or rather rediscovering the joy of play, is not a luxury, it's a necessity. Play isn't just for kids, it's for us grown-ups too. When we lose touch with that playful side, we miss out on more than just a few laughs. We lose a part of ourselves that craves joy, spontaneity, and connection. Think about it. When was the last time you truly let loose? Maybe danced in your living room, played a game, or laughed until your stomach hurt? For many of us, it's been way too long. This absence of play creates an imbalance in our lives. Dr. Stuart Brown, a pioneer in play research, once said, "The opposite of play isn't work, it's depression." That hits home, doesn't it? Without play, life starts to feel like a series of chores rather than something to enjoy. Adult play, whether it's engaging in sports, creative hobbies, or just goofing around, can help us reconnect with that light-hearted part of ourselves. And trust me, in today's stressful world, we could all use a bit more of that. You might be wondering, what's the big deal about play for adults? Why should we, as busy grown-ups, carve out time for something that seems so frivolous? The answer is simple. Play offers profound benefits that can transform our lives in ways we might not even realize. The act of playing can reduce stress, improve brain function, and enhance our overall well-being. One of the most compelling reasons to embrace play is its impact on our emotional health. When we play, our bodies release endorphins, those feel-good chemicals that boost our mood. But it doesn't stop there. Play also helps us break free from the rigid patterns of daily life, allowing us to explore, imagine, and even problem-solve creatively. It's no wonder that psychologists emphasize the importance of play in maintaining mental health. Let's face it, we live in a society that celebrates hustle and grind. But sometimes, the most productive thing you can do is to step away, play, and come back with a fresh perspective. Play isn't just for downtime, it's a tool for thriving in all areas of our lives. Dealing with anxiety, stress, or feeling burnt out, play might just be the antidote. According to research by Dr. Peter Gray, play helps to alleviate stress by triggering laughter and lowering cortisol levels. And let's not forget, laughter is a proven stress buster. But beyond just lightening our mood, engaging in playful activities can be a form of mindfulness. It draws us into the present moment, away from worries about the past or future. When adults engage in playful activities, whether it's playing board games, joining a sports league, or simply doodling, it activates our brain's reward system. The result? A boost in motivation, creativity, and resilience. In other words, play makes our minds stronger and more flexible. And who couldn't use more mental resilience these days? If you're feeling stuck in a rut or overwhelmed, try adding some form of play to your routine. It could be as simple as a few minutes of dancing to your favorite song or engaging in a hobby you love. You might be surprised at how much lighter and energized you feel. Now, let's talk about one of the most overlooked benefits of adult play, its impact on relationships. Play acts as the glue that strengthens bonds, whether it's with a partner, friends, or even coworkers. Think about the last time you shared a genuine laugh with someone. That feeling of connection is irreplaceable, isn't it? That's the magic of play. In relationships, play breaks down walls and helps us be more vulnerable. Humor, teasing, and playful activities can deepen intimacy and trust. According to psychologist Dr. John Gottman, couples who engage in playful banter and humor have stronger, more resilient relationships. It's not just about having fun, it's about creating moments where we feel truly seen and understood. So if you're feeling distant from someone you care about, try incorporating more play into your interactions. It could be something as simple as a game night, playful teasing, or just being silly together. You might find that this small change leads to a deeper, more fulfilling connection. Ever notice how a shared laugh can instantly melt away tension? That's because humor and play can be incredibly healing in relationships. When we inject fun into our interactions, we break down emotional barriers and open the door for deeper connections. According to Dr. John Gottman, one of the leading experts in relationship psychology, couples who laugh together regularly are better equipped to navigate conflicts. Humor serves as a buffer against resentment and stress. If you're struggling in your relationship, you might feel like you have to fix things by having serious conversations. But sometimes, the most effective way to reconnect is through play. Try doing something lighthearted together, whether it's a silly game, dancing in the living room, or even just joking around. You'll be surprised at how quickly it shifts the energy. The laughter you share releases oxytocin, often called the love hormone, which strengthens bonds and builds trust. So yes, playing around isn't just fun, it's therapeutic. Workplaces are often seen as serious, no-nonsense zones where fun has no place. But that couldn't be further from the truth. Research shows that adults playing in the workplace can lead to increased job satisfaction and reduced stress. When we play, we tap into a creative, problem-solving mindset that's hard to reach when we're bogged down by stress and pressure. For many of us, our jobs can become a grind, leading to burnout and disengagement. This is why companies like Google and Zappos have integrated playful elements into their work culture. Whether it's having game rooms, team building activities, or simply encouraging a more relaxed atmosphere, these companies understand that when employees are happy and playful, they're also more productive and innovative. And let's be real, who wouldn't want to work in a place where fun is encouraged? So, if your workplace feels like it's stuck in a rut, try introducing a bit of play. It doesn't have to be anything extravagant. Start small with a few games, fun challenges, or even a light-hearted competition. You'll find that when people let their guard down, they connect better and work together more effectively. Stuck on a problem? Feeling like you're out of ideas? Play might just be the secret weapon you're missing. According to research, adults playing or engaging in playful activities at work can boost creativity and productivity by unlocking the brain's default mode network, which is responsible for insight and creativity. Think about it this way. When you're playing, you're not constrained by rigid rules or the fear of failure. Instead, you explore, experiment, and take risks, exactly the mindset you need for innovation. That's why companies that foster a playful environment tend to be more successful at coming up with breakthrough ideas. In fact, a study by Stanford University found that when employees are given time to engage in playful activities, their creative output increases significantly. If you want to tap into your creative potential, try taking a break from your usual routine and doing something fun. Play a quick game, go for a walk, or even just doodle. The goal is to let your mind wander, freeing it from the constraints of rigid thinking. You'll be amazed at how much more productive and creative you feel when you give yourself permission to play. Fostering a playful workplace culture might sound counterintuitive, especially when we're conditioned to equate professionalism with seriousness. But when we encourage adults playing at work, it does more than just brighten the atmosphere. It can transform how people collaborate, innovate, and perform. Think about it. If your workplace feels more like a prison than a playground, employees will only do the bare minimum. But when people feel free to laugh, joke, and be themselves, they're more likely to think outside the box and bring their best ideas forward. Companies like Lego and Pixar have mastered the art of integrating play into their culture. It's not just about ping pong tables and casual Fridays. It's about cultivating an environment where people feel safe to take creative risks. Even something as simple as celebrating small wins with playful rewards or themed team outings can build camaraderie and spark joy. So, if you want to see your team thrive, start thinking beyond the bottom line. Make fun a priority and watch your workplace morale soar. As a leader, you set the tone. If your team sees you embracing play, they'll feel more comfortable doing the same. Start by modeling playfulness yourself. Maybe it's cracking a joke during a stressful meeting, organizing a quick game break, or even sharing a funny story to lighten the mood. The key is to show your team that it's okay to let loose every now and then. Encourage play by giving your team the autonomy to take creative breaks. According to research, adults playing intermittently at work boosts productivity. Don't micromanage. Instead, trust your employees to balance their workload. This creates a culture of respect and allows people to recharge when they need to. And remember, play doesn't have to disrupt the workflow. It can be woven into everyday tasks, turning mundane routines into something a bit more engaging. One last tip: reward playfulness. Recognize employees who bring a playful spirit to the workplace, whether it's through creative solutions, team bonding activities, or simply spreading joy. This way, play becomes a valued part of your company's DNA. Let's shift gears and talk about family life. If you've got kids, you probably know the struggle of balancing quality time with endless responsibilities. But here's a simple truth: play is one of the most powerful ways to connect with your children. When adults and kids play together, it strengthens the parent-child bond in ways that words simply can't. Kids express themselves best through play, and by joining in, you're telling them, "I see you, and I value your world." According to Dr. Lawrence Cohen, author of Playful Parenting, play is children's way of reaching out, connecting, and healing. When we meet them in that playful space, we're not just having fun, we're building trust, showing empathy, and nurturing their emotional health. So next time your child asks you to play, don't just brush it off. Embrace it as an opportunity to connect on a deeper level. Looking for ways to bond with your kids through play? It doesn't have to be complicated. Sometimes the simplest activities are the most meaningful. Try these ideas to create fun, memorable moments. Board games and card games. These spark friendly competition and teach kids patience. Imaginative play. Dive into their world. Be a pirate, a superhero, or even a goofy monster. Outdoor adventures. Head to the park for a game of tag, or go on a nature scavenger hunt. Art and crafts. Set up a creative station at home. Let them express their creativity while you join in. Dancing together. Blast your favorite tunes and have a spontaneous dance party in the living room. Remember, it's not about the activity itself, but the connection it fosters. When you make time to play, you're telling your child they're worth your undivided attention. And trust me, that means more to them than you can imagine. So how do we as busy adults add more play into our lives? After all, we've got jobs, bills, and a million responsibilities. But here's the secret: you don't need hours of free time to embrace play. All it takes is a mindset shift. Think of play as a state of mind, not just an activity. It's about being open, curious, and spontaneous, allowing yourself to step away from the seriousness of adult life. Start small. Inject moments of play throughout your day. Take a quick break to listen to a funny podcast, play with your pet, or challenge yourself to a game on your phone. Give yourself permission to be silly, even if it's just for 5 minutes. You'll find that these tiny pockets of joy add up, making you feel more energized and fulfilled. Also, surround yourself with playful people. Friends who love to joke, laugh, and try new things can be a great influence. And if you're stuck, remember this: life is too short to take everything seriously. Adults playing and embracing fun isn't just good for the soul, it's a game changer for our overall well-being. So go ahead, let loose, and make time for joy. Your future self will thank you. Many of us have been conditioned to believe that adulthood means being serious all the time. But the truth? Developing your inner playfulness isn't about turning back the clock to childhood. It's about tapping into a part of yourself that's been buried under years of responsibility. Being playful doesn't mean you're being irresponsible. It means you're allowing yourself to experience joy and lightness. Start by giving yourself permission to be imperfect. That's right. Let go of the need to be put together all the time. If you feel like dancing in the kitchen while making breakfast, go for it. If you want to make goofy faces at yourself in the mirror, do it. No one's watching, and even if they are, who cares? Studies show that embracing a playful mindset can reduce stress and anxiety because it lets us disconnect from constant self-monitoring. Psychologist Dr. Brené Brown reminds us, we are wired for play, and we feel alive when we embrace it. So try something new, experiment, and let curiosity lead the way. Whether it's picking up a hobby you've always wanted to try or simply being more playful in your daily interactions, the key is to let go of self judgment. You might just discover a side of yourself that's been waiting to break free. Creating playful moments doesn't require a huge time commitment or elaborate plans. In fact, some of the best opportunities for adults playing come from everyday life. The trick is to be open to the possibilities around you. It's about being present and saying yes to fun, even if it's only for a few minutes. One great way to infuse play into your routine is by turning mundane activities into something enjoyable. For instance, if you're doing household chores, put on your favorite playlist and dance around while you work. Or if you're cooking dinner, challenge yourself to try a new recipe without overthinking it. The idea is to find moments where you can let your guard down and simply enjoy the experience. Another approach: seek out playful people. Surround yourself with friends and family who love to laugh, explore, and be spontaneous. Their energy can be infectious, pulling you into the playful zone even when you're feeling stressed. And don't forget to unplug. Sometimes the best way to create playful moments is to disconnect from technology and reconnect with the people and activities that bring you joy. Ultimately, making time for play is about giving yourself permission to step away from the shoulds and musts of daily life. It's a reminder that life isn't just about getting things done, it's about enjoying the ride.